Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Shona, and here shortly we will be joined by Bryan. However, tonight was my night to put together a show, and I was racking my brain trying to think of something, and I remembered something that happened last night at our whiskey tasting event, our little whiskey club event, and a couple different conversations going on at the bar regarding putting a drop or two of water in whiskey to see if it changes the flavor. A lot of people say it does. I cannot argue the point one way or the other at the moment because I still have yet to do it. I think a couple of the guys last night did it and recognized the change. However, I feel it would be almost a better way to do it is to compare it side by side with one that you haven't put the water in. And then I remembered, it's been several months ago, I seen a show and I can't even remember what channel it was on, so I apologize if it was your channel and I can't remember which one it was. They used a milk frother, and it completely changed, stated it changed the taste of it. So Bryan has no clue what I'm into tonight. He is going to think that he's drinking 3 different pours, and I am just going to have him give the tasting notes, going to talk about it a little bit, and then see if maybe there isn't a difference at all, and he's like, you poured me all the same. Maybe he will. I will disclose to you tonight, all I am using is the Old Forester 100 proof. We both like that. And so I thought, hey, what better one to try it on? Because we both, like that one. And, it's a cheaper pour, so I'm not, wasting a really expensive pour on something that may not turn out that great. Who knows? So before we bring Bryan down, we are going to froth the second pour. Just going to do that for a little bit. I have no clue how long I should do it for. And then get that one frothed. Okay. So I have some distilled water that I'm just going to put. I'm going to put 2 drops, or try to put only 2 drops in each glass of the third tasting. Okay, each of those just have 2 drops in them. All right, I am going to let Bryan know that I'm going to put this stuff away. I'm going to let Bryan know that he can come down and we'll get this show started. Thanks. All right, welcome back. I have Bryan with us here now, ready to get this challenge started.
I'm worried.
I knew you would be. So, honestly, I'm not asking you to guess proof points. I'm not asking you to really do anything besides taste them. Give them your notes, what you're tasting on them, okay, how you like them, that kind of stuff, and then put them in order if you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. Pretty easy, right?
How hard could it be?
How hard could it be? Let's start with number 1. Sorry, I wrote with blue, so that's kind of light on there, so
yeah, that's
sorry.
All right. So I get a little bit of sweet, but I'm getting proofy.
I can see that you're smelling a little bit of burn on the nose, so that would probably be the proofiness. Definitely sweet. I can smell the caramel. Just a little bit of char and stuff on it.
It's really nice when it hits your palate. Rex is going to make all kind of noise tonight.
He is. He's over there chewing on something.
However, there is a lot of heat to it. Now, my sinuses have not been my friend.
They're not.
So that may be affecting that possibly. I can't say for sure, but I don't think that's what's causing that, because it was really nice when it first hit my palate. Had a great flavor. I'll say maybe some caramel, some brown sugar.
Yep. A little char.
But it heated up pretty quick from there.
Okay.
And that chased all the way down.
Okay.
I liked it. It was a nice burn, but
Nice Kentucky hug.
Kentucky hug. Yeah.
Hugging you.
Had to have another little splash of that, just make sure it's what I thought it was. It's got legs. Got nice legs.
I always want to sing this song, but
Don't do it.
and I won't do
Don't
it.
do it.
All right, number 2.
Maybe just tell us who sings this song.
I don't know. So I'm not getting the heat that on this one like you were getting. I don't know.
On number 2? No, I don't get it on number 2 like I got on 1. I'm just getting a little bit of sweet, not a lot. I've tasted. I've had a lot sweeter on the nose than this. Now that one, there is still a little bit of heat to it. Nothing like number 1 had.
No.
I kind of get maybe like a maple syrup on that one.
Yeah. It's a little creamier.
Yeah, it's
Maybe a little butter type. Just not butter taste, but like that creamy.
Yeah, I won't go as far as butter popcorn.
Yeah,
though.
no, not butter.
No
like
popcorn.
just a little. A lot of oak present as it finishes for me on this one. You're getting the vanilla, the caramel, that little creaminess note, and then I'm getting like a heavier char.
I was going to say the char is present throughout.
Yeah.
To me on that one.
But on the finish, it lingers.
Yeah, again, it's another good one. And again, the legs. ZZ Top.
So you're liking both of them? ZZ Top. There we go. You like both of them so far?
Yeah, so far I do. I like them both. This one doesn't seem to have the legs. Not getting the heat at all on that one either.
No, I'm not really picking up the sweetness. Oh, there, I got it. I did get it.
So that had a nice warm consistency all the way through it to me. Almost like you were just drinking a warm drink, like
Yeah.
I don't know, like a tea or something. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I know.
It's a
yeah.
steady. It was no punch. It was no quick. Here I am. There I go. It was consistent throughout.
The flavor was kind of consistent throughout too.
It
for
was.
Me.
It was. I can't pinpoint any of that yet, but it had that same.
Like it was consistent all
Yeah.
the way through, from when it hit your palate, in the middle, the finish. To me, it was the same taste all the way through. I'm getting the caramel, a little bit of vanilla, oak. It was just a slight hints of all of it, all mixed together all the way through.
So, to me, the sweet on that, because it's really weird because the warm stays there, but the sweet was kind of a cool sweet. Like it almost changed the temperature, the sweet did. I know that sounds really off the wall, but I would relate the sweet in that to almost a green table grape. It was kind of that. It was kind of that tart sweet.
Yeah.
That a grape gives you.
A green one, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah. Do you want to taste these again to see if you want to put them in order? Or?
I think I'm going to try them again. I really liked all three of them, so it's going to be really hard to move them really at all. But
because they were all good, but they all had unique, different characters.
They were very different. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say very different. They had different characteristics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think if I had to, and I know that wasn't part of the challenge, but I almost think 3 was the lowest of the proofs.
Okay.
And I felt like 1 might have been the highest, but you starting with 3, aren't you?
Yeah, I was just going to work my way back.
I still get that table grape. I really like that. With the warmth, too.
Yeah. It's good.
And there's legs. Pretty good ones.
Overall, all three of these are really good. At least I like them. They're a nice, consistent bourbon.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Number 2, again, I'm just getting that opening with that like really creamy note that I didn't get on the other 2.
Is that the one? That's the one that we said was almost like a butter. Yeah, and I didn't really have any input when you said that, but I kind of got it that time.
Yeah, real, the consistency, like real creamy, like.
Yeah. Buttered sweet corn.
Oh. Yeah. I can see that because you get the corn flavor through it, and it's not super buttery, but it's just that creamier.
I think I just came up with my own flavor.
Yeah, you'll have to tell Mike tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
I can really tell how you mentioned this one's proofier. It has a lot more heat on the front.
It does. And that second sip was not as warm, but it to me was still the warmest. I apologize, guys, for my... Every year it seems when I start cutting grass.
He does. He messes up big time.
And then I deal with it for about a month.
So do you want to put these in any type of order? Or?
I'm going to put them in an order. It's not, it just doesn't seem. I like them all.
Yep.
You could pour me any one of those and I would be tickled to death to get it. I'm going to slide 3 ahead. I just kind of like that.
That even.
Yeah, I don't know. Tonight it's just really appealing to me. Watch, it'll be something that I normally don't like.
You know, I'm actually just going to move 1 down and move 2 ahead. So mine's going to be 2, 1, 3.
And mine's 1, 3, 2.
But regardless,
It's a really, I say it so many times, when you have to put them in order, you're being unfair to somebody.
right, because they're all good.
Yeah.
We drink any of them.
Yeah, now there are times when this one gets put over here somewhere.
Right.
Those are just all really, really good.
Okay. Any guesses on what maybe you had this evening? You don't have to if you don't want to. Just wondering if you have any guesses.
I'm going to make one guess,
Okay.
okay? And I'm going to say number one is Horse Soldier, and I may be completely wrong, but it really reminded me of that.
Well, Horse Soldier is 121.1 proof.
21.
Yeah. So wasn't quite that proofy. Number one was Old Forester 100.
No way.
It was. Yeah.
Wow.
Number two,
And this is a 20-some dollar bottle?
like $23.99, I
Yeah.
think. 100 proof.
Awesome.
Bottled in bond. Number two, Old Forester 100 proof.
No way.
Number three, Old Forester 100 proof. Now,
That is,
so I'm going to put these back in order. So number one was actually a straight 1 ounce pour of Old Forester
okay.
100 proof. Number two, excuse me,
Okay, so now I'm feeling a little bit better.
number two was a frothed Old Forester. And number three, I don't know if you listened to my conversations with a couple of the guys last night about putting water in.
Honestly, I did not. There were so many conversations going on last night. We had a tasting night. We had about 10 or 12 people here.
Yeah.
I didn't hear much of anything.
So I put a couple drops of distilled water in number three. So that's probably why to you it was lower proof. But it was just 2 drops of water. But they all tasted completely different, didn't they?
They did. They did. That's why I was like, wow, I screwed up. When you started saying they were all that, I was like, I know they were different.
Okay, so it is true. You put in a couple drops of distilled water in your bourbon, it completely changes it. In ours, obviously, it did proof it down a little bit. It took that heat away, and it made it a consistent open. It was like opened it up a little bit.
So you said a couple drops.
Yep, 2 drops.
Did you do both glasses?
Identical.
Yeah.
Same.
It's incredible. the
All of them
change.
had 1 ounce pours, and all of them had exactly the same thing done to them. Number two, the frother really aerates that. I cannot believe the creaminess it brought out on that.
It's crazy.
It wasn't a completely different taste, but it was recognizably different.
It changed it for sure. It was not. There's no way you would say, "Yep, that's the same thing."
No, I would not have. And we've done that before. You did that to me with the Buffalo Trace, and I instantly knew it was the same thing. With these ones, I may have guessed they were all in the same family because they had that consistent caramel, vanilla.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't say anything. But one thing I noticed when I first came back behind the bar and looked was I couldn't believe how identical they all were
The
in color.
Yeah, the color was all the
You
same.
know,
They
and
were. I was hoping that you didn't point that out because then I thought maybe it'd play with your mind. Like,
No, I mean, I for sure noticed the color, but I mean, we've had that where it's really hard to see a difference. So I didn't think a thing of it. I was just like, wow, they're all, and it's a nice, rich color.
it is very nice. Yeah. Again, you know what? Regardless, plug out there for Old Forester 100 proof.
Absolutely.
It's a great pour for $23.99. At least it's $23.99 here in Ohio. Hopefully you can find it for about the same price. So anyways, that's going to wrap up our show. We are going to get this posted. This is Thursday. Tomorrow night, Friday night, we will have another live. We are doing a Penelope lineup.
Yeah, Mike is coming, and Mark, I believe, and Mike is bringing a Penelope line with him.
Yep.
He's got so many Penelopes that I think I need to talk to him later tonight, but I think we're actually going to do a couple weeks of Penelope.
Okay.
Because he's got that many. But tomorrow night with the live, you'll want to tune in. We will be giving away a bottle of Penelope 4-grain.
Yes.
That'll be our giveaway tomorrow night. You'll have to be watching the live to know what you need to put in the comments.
You will.
And then you'll also still have to be watching
So that we'll know you're still there.
when the winner's drawn.
In the live, all the details of the entry is in the details, so be sure to check that out. But we're excited. So Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, so we hope that you can join us.
And that is the 26th. Friday the 26th.
April is almost over, guys.
It's going fast.
All right. Well, hey, if you like what we are doing, I was talking way too fast there. Please hit that like button, leave us a comment, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.